Hi and welcome to Getting Into Raw Cooking with Zane, and today again episode 4 with Samantha Bachman. We have had so much fun in our first 3 episodes together. We have made nibblies for our guests, we've made an entree for our guests, we have made a main that was to die for.
Even the guests, we've eaten it all. We've been our own guests.
That's true, it's true. We
Apart from the camera guy, but we've eaten it all.
Rory is pretty amazing camera guy, so it's worth it. But now this is the dessert to die for. Black sesame ice cream. Raw, delicious, nutritious, and you can't ask for more, really.
Especially when it's raw. Really? That's almost rhyming sort of thing.
Really raw? It's realistically raw, like my apron.
So the thing is, the coconut's high in essential fatty acids, are very good antifungal, antiviral, antibacterial. Did you know that for colon cancer, one of the best things you can actually have is raw coconuts. Lots of sesame seeds going into the coffee blender.
These are black sesame seeds.
You don't need the coffee, you just need the sesame seeds in there.
It's absolutely. Now you can do this in your optimum blender as well, but because we're only doing a small amount, I'm going to do them in the grinder. If you're doing more than a half a cup, so a cup or more, your optimum blender will absolutely blend these. But because I'm doing a small amount, we're just throwing them in.
Already, look at that.
Quick and easy. This coffee grinder has never seen any coffee. It doesn't even know what it is.
Yeah, I've got one like that. Well, actually, someone came and stayed at my place and they wanted to put some coffee in there, and I went, no, you'll contaminate it. It'll smell like coffee.
We don't want that. Now, these black sesames are so good, high in calcium, high in fibre, absolutely delicious. So that's something that I would encourage you to try out and use occasionally.
Do you want to get more? I'll get the bits out there while you keep talking.
You're a little bit closer. Now, the first part of this dish is simple, everyone. All you need to do is put the ground half cup of black sesame seeds into a bowl with a half cup of raw sweetener. Now I know that some of you don't eat honey, but I absolutely do. I believe that if you use a local honey that's organic and raw, that's totally okay. So I'm going to pop that in there as some amazing health benefits.
So could you use your coconut syrup in that as well? Like, is there
absolutely. You can use coconut nectar, you can use agave. I don't recommend agave. Many of you will have heard me say this before. It is highly processed and it has more fructose than high fructose corn syrup. So if you're going to use something other than the honey, if you're a vegan and you don't eat honey, coconut nectar would be my preference in this case. So there
He's me been using a little bit of agave occasionally, but sometimes you see, it seems you can teach an old dog new tricks.
I actually did for a long time as well.
I really did. It's like the old world. We learn things and we go, oh. But anyway, it's great to know that we're only human and we do make mistakes. We do grab foods that we find out later that aren't as good as we thought. And one of them might be one of those chains, which is mini, that you kind of drive through, grab it for you and the kids. That's certainly one that I don't know if we ever thought it was healthy, but we thought it was convenient. Now we realise this is just convenient because how simple is this? I mean, it's already half made in just seconds.
So there we go. This is what we call black sesame paste. Now you can use this. It's great. If those of you that aren't raw like to have, say, an Essene or an Ezekiel bread and you want a sweet paste to put on top, this is great. An Essene bread toasted, this on. Yum.
Do you know what I've done when I've done that? Is put a little bit of cardamom in it and a little bit of rose water.
Oh, that's great. Even
cloves, you can, those sort of things in there. And it kind of gets that real Middle Eastern taste to it. Yeah. I learned that in India.
In India, so the rose water and the cardamom. I've never done that.
Not too much cardamom, I go overboard, I love the cardamom, and a little bit of mixed spice or nutmeg, cinnamon. Put that through, oh my god, it's absolutely amazing.
Oh, I'm going to try it.
And I get the Essene bread, the raw Essene bread, and you toast it twice, and it comes up like a muesli bar almost, like really, really crunchy. Put it on there, and it's like almost eating a boiled fruitcake.
Delicious. Well, this is something I'm going to do now. Samantha has done a video on opening a coconut. I have done videos on opening a coconut. This is my favourite way to open a coconut. I get very excited about it.
It seems as a new way to do it. Okay.
And look, it's really simple and it's the old school way of doing it. So let's just get in there. Wow. And we take the corner of our knife and lift out a little piece of
And this is where you hope it goes to plan.
Oh, I know. We've done this before and I was so nervous about filming it.
Yep.
But it's there.
Got it. So all you've got to do is open a bit to get the water out?
No, you just take the whole lid off.
Okay.
And normally it's a little bit easier, so I must have missed a corner somewhere. There we go.
Wow. And you know, when I've been over into Bali, they just go whack and they take the whole thing off like that. That is actually faster than the way I've done it. So
I know.
if you're ever Googling how to open a video and you come across Samantha Backman how to open a coconut, don't worry about it. Go to Zane.
I do it both ways. I do it both ways.
Mind you, you can go how to open it from there on and get the pulp out. You can watch me on that unless she's got a faster way.
No.
I suppose you just go bang straight in half and it's just...
Rory, the cameraman, would love it if we did that, but no, we don't. So I'm going to do all 4 exactly like this. I'm going to get Samantha to do it.
I just got...
Let's see if we can do it in 3, can we?
Oh, wow. Wow.
Look at that.
Here's what a straw and get straight into this. The nutritional value of coconut is out of this world.
Just every part of the coconut.
And it's so convenient we don't have to climb a tree for them these days.
We don't. Are you going to give this a go, Samantha?
I sure
just
will.
Love it. You want to
so am I using this bit, the whole bit?
So that blade,
yeah.
You want to try and get not too close.
Could we put your hands
No.
Let's
go. You got to do it harder. Yeah, that's it. That is hard. Give it a smack.
Oh my
God. Turn it again.
This is really nervous.
No. That's the one.
Oh, actually,
it's coconut.
Do you know what?
And I have to say, I don't normally get showered.
It's more the doing. You kind of feel like, oh my God, I'm going to make a mess on yourself. But it was the second hit that I got the mess on more than anything. Yeah. So it's actually really hard that you do it. So
just give it a go.
Don't have your kids' fingers around.
No. And look, honestly, we have splashed a few times today, but normally it doesn't. So these are really full coconuts. That means they're quite fresh, which is great.
Yeah.
But if they've been sitting for a couple of days in the supermarket, then you won't have that same. Remember not to go too close to the edges here as well. You want to really try and get close to the middle. And I think I've actually...
So you kind of got 3 on the out and then 1 closer in, and it seems to work better. It's still dripping coconut off my bits here. Well, we'll have to thank Rory Bland. Rory, I'm getting the whole names mixed up. Rory Bland, our cameraman, for showing us how to open a coconut a lot faster. Probably all the the Asians that have opened them have been looking at my thing going, oh God, she does it really slow.
Well, I like this way, and you know what? If you had a bad day, it's great.
Yeah, that's really it. Great. Ah, good for the kids to take out their frustrations. Just say, line up the coconuts and say, go out and open the coconuts for
Don't chop your fingers off, children, okay?
Yeah, I was meaning all the teens.
So we're just going to pour all the liquid straight into a bowl here, and then Samantha and I are going to scoop out the flesh of these 4 coconuts. 4 coconuts should give us about 1.5 cups of flesh. For the recipe, we need 1.5 cups of the water. The rest of the water I'm going to save if I can get past us drinking it all today. And use it in
turn that into a beautiful
soup.
A raw Thai curried coconut soup is to die for. Have you done that recipe?
I've actually done if you want to see it on the Froothietv channel, you'll find it. But it's a coconut laksa, spicy coconut laksa. Delicious.
Well, I do it.
Using a red Thai curry paste.
Let's I do it a little bit different with the curry powder, not the paste, and avocado in it.
Oh, I want to see yours.
It's like well, I'll see yours and you can see mine.
Fantastic.
Okay, we're not going to fit that.
Give us 1 second. We'll be right back with the flesh in a bowl. Well, we're back. We have scraped all the flesh out of those 4 coconuts that we opened. If you want to know how to do that, remember that you can look at the other videos on the Froothietv channel, and there's one on how to open a coconut, how to get the flesh out, how to make coconut milk. Now it's done though, I'm going to get Samantha to measure 1.5 cups of this delicious, nutritious food straight into the Optimum 9900 blender.
Let's use it for what's this 1.5 cup? Let's just look. I think I can do it.
Look, just put the whole lot in. Do you think?
Look. You know, look. By the time I push that down there, it's 1.5 cups.
Just put it
straight. It's 1. So 4 coconuts is around 1.5 cups.
Absolutely, that's about right. And then 1.5 cups of the coconut water. I'm just going to scoop it straight out of our bowl. We'll pop it into this bowl so it's easy.
So 1.5 of water.
We don't want to put too much extra in there. There we go.
This is great. My grandson, young Miles, loves the coconut water.
A pinch of Celtic sea salt. There.
Let me put that. I was going to absolutely stick that back into the sink there.
Great.
The Celtic salt, absolutely. Best salt in the world. And thank you to Shane out there at Salt of the Earth in Burley Heads.
Delicious.
He's amazing, that guy.
I think I need some more salt for him. And then we've got the vanilla bean here. I have split down the side of the vanilla bean and I am scraping out the seeds. Now this is an interesting one because I have actually tried with the Optimum blender putting the whole pod in, and you absolutely can. It will blend to a pulp, but the bark does have a bit of a fibre flavour. Well, you can't even find the fibre in there.
It's just the flavour.
It's just the flavour's not as good as
we just got the.
So this is just the vanilla.
Oh.
I know, amazing, and nutritious for you as well. It says in the recipe 1 vanilla bean seed, and I'm going to start with 1, but I think we might even up that to 2.
Look, you can't go wrong with flavours like that.
No, you can't. Did you put a pinch of that salt in?
Yeah, I did. I put 2 or 3 actually.
And then we're going to use.
We need biologically. You know, when they first used to bring people out here, like the convicts in Australia, when Australia was first colonised, one of the things they did that tortured them was to deprive them of salt. And they cramped up. They had a terrible death. They just cramped up and all that. So we actually do need salt in our diet for all our biological functions to work properly, but not table salt. Not something that just says Na or Na and Al, which is sodium and aluminium.
Look, it really is important.
So this particular sugar, did you just squirt me? I've actually never used this one before either.
Now in this recipe you could have used a 1/4 cup of coconut nectar with an extra 2 tablespoons, but I really found that the coconut sugar gives it not quite as sweet a taste, and because we're going to mix the black sesame paste which has honey in it, we don't need that extra sugary flavour. It's a nice, it's great, it's full of amino acids as well, it's protein. I'll get you to squeeze a lime, and look, it's a tablespoon of lime, or a teaspoon of lime actually, so a squeeze is good.
Some of these things you can't go wrong with. It's not like you're adding too much sugar or too much, you're adding good food.
It's totally
I just
okay.
need to wash my hands on this.
And the last ingredient, would you mind passing me the jug, Samantha?
Let me
use my apron.
So you want the jug over here?
I do, and I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of the liquid coconut.
So this is coconut water, coconut pulp, coconut oil. You've really got the whole coconut in here, haven't you?
That means it's
and this stops it freezing really hard too, because you can't freeze the coconut oil. So when you blend it up, that coconut oil will make it, when you blend it up, when you freeze it, it'll stop it going.
As a matter of fact, now that you've said that, let's put a little bit more in there.
Okay.
Because it's all nutritious. It is more nutritious.
She's like, what inspired you to put that other bit in there?
Well, I put it in there for that reason, but I actually used to make it using an ice cream maker. But what I've been doing lately is just popping it straight in the freezer.
Yeah.
If you've got an ice cream maker, use only the 3 tablespoons. But if you don't have an ice cream maker,
do it that way.
Then do it that way, and that's what we're going to do today.
Have you done it this way before? You just made it up?
No, I've done it this way with I made a chili lime lemongrass and ginger one.
With the coconut base?
With a coconut base.
Okay, can I switch it on?
Absolutely.
Keep counting. You may have watched that on fast forward. Oh look, you can just tell that's going to be amazing already.
Oh, I have to take the real thing.
Tasting that, tasting.
I'm taking the first taste.
Can I taste?
Go ahead. I'm going to put the other bit of bean in. What do you think?
It's going to go, because you've got so much. Actually, with the extra coconut oil, you've got very, very coconutty flavour. So I think that's great. Do you know what I did like it? I'll wait till you get the sesame seeds. That mixed spice.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Oh, I love mixed spice in absolutely everything. Nutmeg, ginger, any cardamom, any of those flavours.
All of the chai spices.
Yeah.
I really like. We mentioned that before with the sesame paste, but I think
that'll work.
Great. Any of those chai spices will work. Oopsie daisies. Just quickly scrape that out. We don't want to waste any.
So here we are doing in the Optimum blender the raw ice cream. So simple. And this is going to make up quite enough for those, you know, those PMS moments where you're sitting there and just want to have a big pig out on ice cream. So you want to blend this up a bit more?
Blend it up a little bit more for me, and just double check that taste. And then last but not least, all we do is we add about half a cup of that paste.
Sorry, you were saying?
We add about half a cup of the paste and blend that through as well.
Okay, so blending.
Go.
I do get into the habit of switching that down first, I think, just in case someone switches it on and goes zap, and you don't have the lid on properly.
Absolutely, it's really important. Turn it down to 0 all of the time. All right, Samantha, take that lid off and
We're gonna put this into a bowl. We'll leave it in here.
We're gonna put it in the bowl, and then we're gonna
smell the sesame seeds.
smell it. It's so good, honey. Sesame seeds. We're gonna pulse.
I think I'd like to try it with Manuka honey too. This would be great for the
what a
immune
nutritional,
system.
yes.
My Manuka honey is like $16 a lot. I hide it. I literally hide it. I go, you know, I hide it. I don't love people have my Manuka honey because it's $16 each. I don't want them just going overboard.
Well,
But I might make Manuka honey ice cream.
Oh, that would be a special treat.
And write on the container, go, I'm going to leave that bowl. I hope you're not going to, no, you just leave that.
Oh, I hate that. I just had a taste of it. Delicious. I licked my finger. All right, pop that on, lid on, really tight this time. And we blend again for about 30 seconds. And all we have to do then is pop it in the bowl.
Unbelievable, yeah.
How the black sesame seeds spread all the way through it. You can see it, how evenly it blends with the blender. It's amazing.
This is it. Like the amount of foods that we have done with this one gadget.
Incredible.
Just way better than a microwave or a deep fryer or a griller or...
That's it, people. That's it. Black sesame ice cream. Episode 4 of our Asian Raw dinner party is completely done. Remember to subscribe to the Froothietv channel so that you can get all of the 4 dishes that we've done. And that's Samantha Backman. It has been amazing here with me today. I'm so excited.
And for me, Samantha Backman, it's been amazing having Zane Appleby here on my show, on her show, the We Show, sharing the show.
That's 2 strong personalities.
I think we maybe need to do a cook-off at some stage. We do 2 dishes each, and we just see who we, well, you know, just for the fun of it.
I think it'll be great. Absolutely great.
Or we could do a challenge. I give you the ingredients and not tell you what you've got to do with it, and you make something out of it.
Oh, that
could be interesting.
Tune in for that one. I think we might arrange it for you. This is our black sesame ice cream. I'm going to pop it in the freezer, and in just a moment we will show you what dinner would be like if you watched all 4 episodes and created our
Asian dinner. We're going to taste this and be like, I can't wait to taste it. I'm sure my taste buds are going to be, oh.
Well, here we are. We've cleaned up from making the black sesame ice cream. Samantha and I have had a great time with this one. We are too impatient to wait for the ice cream to set, but it will set in the freezer.
I was hoping you'd had some already made so I could try it, but let me tell you, that in itself is I can't believe how nice it is. Forget it as an ice cream. I would pour that over fruit salad. I would put it in the blender with my fruit salad.
I'd just
have it as a drink.
A few teaspoons of that in the smoothie, it would be fantastic.
Maybe a few teaspoons. Have it a bucket of the stuff.
That's right.
You have to taste it. Yeah?
IKEA or Tupperware. You can get your lovely little Tupper cups where you can put the ice cream inside, and you can make paddle pops for the kids for yourself. I don't think we'll be sharing them with kids actually. Everyone in the family is absolutely going to love them. So that was our last episode, episode 4 of our Asian Raw dinner party. We started out with our nuts. We have the shallot, ginger and chili nuts. Now these ones are roasted. You could have dehydrated them, or you can eat them wet. So watch episode 1 for that.
Which grows great too.
Great when your guests turn up and you have them as nibblies with a glass of wine. Then your first course or your entree, you've got your seaweed salad there. Not shown in episode 2, but I've put a little bit of rehydrated mango on top and a little bit of chili, so we've got that colour and beautiful flavour.
And the taste of that, if you think seaweed is, it's not. It's absolutely not. It's just beautiful.
And the more you let it sit in the dressing, it's just
it's taken on the flavour of the dressings more than it's a seaweed taste.
Yeah,
and then of course in here with the mushrooms, a lot of people are scared of mushrooms. I mean, don't mean we're scared of mushrooms, but it's more like, well, I see all these different ones in the supermarket, and it's like, well, I know what to do with them, but I don't know what to do with them.
I think everyone just sticks with the little button mushrooms because they're familiar.
That's
These have gnocchis, they have oyster. We put in everything. We put a king mushroom in there.
Yeah.
It's great. Chop them up, marinated. So those were marinated mushrooms, spring rolls with a mock peanut sauce done in either semi-raw with the rice paper rolls or fully raw with the wombok or the Chinese cabbage underneath. That was episode 3.
I'm thinking if they were scared of all those other mushrooms or the cost was too much, if they just used bits of portobello and you're going to say cold tops. What are they called? Mushrooms. What are those ones with the yellow tops there? I forgot them. Not just your ordinary mushrooms, the ones that have the little Swiss brown.
Oh, the Swiss brown mushrooms. Yes.
I'm thinking, what's the colour of?
She was saying gold. I was confused.
I don't know where I got that from. So just even if you just marinated then, it would still work because the sauce has got the flavour in it anyway.
It really is great. This is a wonderful meal to share with people. Nibblies, entree, main, freeze the ice cream if you can before eating it, and you will absolutely love it. Look, I want to say thank you so much, Zane, for being with me today.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and thank me for having you.
Absolutely, both ways around, and I really think that we'll be doing this again. We might have a cook-off, or we might do something else.
Well, actually, why don't you write in? We'll just work out what we're going to do with it.
Absolutely. Look, if you want to
a challenge, give us a challenge,
and tell us what you want to see us do, because I think we could take on a challenge.
We could stand on our head.
We both can do that, actually. But in regards to food, make a comment. If you want your optimum blender, look at the details below. Click on the Fruity site near you. Make sure that you subscribe to the Froothietv channel and also to Samantha's channel as well. And we look forward to seeing you soon.
Talk to you soon.
Ciao for now. And in the meantime, we're going to eat the rest. What do you think, Samantha? It's good, huh? Such a simple. This is great. Your guests come, you want them to have something to nibble on while you're having that first glass of wine.
I'm glad you didn't put the chili seeds in.
It's nice and chilly, is it?
It's burning my lips if they gone red. I really do it as a joke.
Nice lips. So that's that. All I'm going to do, throw it in the oven. The rest we're going to pop in a bowl and you can serve them up simple as pie.